Okay, Luis Enrique is the new Spain manager. He's been announced on a 2-year deal. Now, he had very good success at Barcelona as a player and as a manager. He's also coached at other clubs. Barcelona is where he really makes his name. The two concerns I have is his first international job, and he's been out of work for a year. But I could have refreshed him a little bit from the rigours of a league campaign and being a league manager and working with a club and having all those pressures of having a lot of games in a season. International management, you don't play as many games. The downside to that is he gets less time with the players. He only gets a few international breaks, so qualifiers, a few qualifiers here or there, and a few friendlies here or there, to actually spend time with his players. He's going to have to look at scouting majorly. The issue with the Spain setup at the moment is there's big rivalry between the camps of Real and Atletico Madrid, Barcelona and Bilbao within the federation. Now, Atletico Bilbao don't have, I don't think, any players in the Spain squad that's just got knocked out. If they do, they were not selected for the final World Cup squad. The other three big clubs in Spain, like Atletico and Real Madrid and Barcelona, there's a big rivalry between all three. And I think that possibly derailed, not only with Lopetegui getting sacked, because he wanted to go to Real Madrid after the tournament, and he made it, and the federation is clearly having a battle of wills between club and country. Hierro stepping in, not being offered his performance director role back, I think that's an issue. Again, he's an ex-Real Madrid man as well. This guy, ex-Barcelona man, there seems to be, I think the way they've got to go is get a non-Madrid Barcelona man in, personally. But he's been given a 2-year deal. In that 2 years, he's going to have to keep a lid on the rivalry between the playing squad, the federation, and all sorts. He's going to have to try and hold a lot of disparate peak groups together. But he's got 2 years to rebuild the culture of the squad and bring new players in. And I think with his time at Barcelona, he was very good at scouting talent. Now, I know it's from all around the world and he can bring the best players in because he's got the money. In Spain, he's got a very good scouting record for Barcelona. He can scout out talent. So he's going to have to look at all the Spanish players that are registered to play for Spain. All those players that are registered and said, I'm available to play for Spain. And he's going to have to find talent possibly outside the Liga. There are some Spanish players, well, there's a lot of Spanish players playing in the top leagues around Europe. There are loads. He's going to have to try and look at some of these Spanish players playing outside of Spain. And he might have to look at some of the Spanish clubs looking at, let's say, Bilbao a bit more, or Valencia, or Villarreal, and go, right, let's see if there's any Spanish players playing at these clubs that could fit into what I want to happen with this current national side. Sevilla as well. It cannot be a Barcelona, Real Madrid, Atletico Madrid heavy squad. It cannot be. It failed last time. There are 3 different styles of playing the game. But he's a very pragmatic manager, so I would assume he would look at Sevilla, Villarreal, Bilbao, Valencia. He will look at the other clubs in the Liga that regularly, in the top half of the table, and he's very good at scouting talent. That I have no doubt. The difference he's going to find is he's going to have to do a lot of scouting well away from national camps and qualifiers and friendlies. So throughout the season, he's regularly going to be seen at a lot of games, all round, and he's been taking a lot of notes. That's going to have to alter his management style because he's used to club management. But he's got 2 years to implement his ideas and his philosophy upon the Spanish setup. I would expect a lot of changes to happen within the next 2-year period with the structure of the Spanish side and who is actually in it. We're seeing a changing of the guard. The golden generation has had their success. They've won their 2 Euros in a World Cup. I think now we're going to see he could find some diamonds in the rough in the Spanish system. Yes, they do well at youth level, but when they get to that senior level now, some of these Spanish players aren't kicking on to that next level. And that's partly to do with the club game as well and the rivalry between the Barcelona and the 2 Madrid clubs. And the 2 Madrid clubs hate each other as well. And the 3 styles of football they play. When he was Barcelona manager, he was very more pragmatic with the Barcelona tactics. It wasn't just pure tiki-taka. He also evolved it because you had a Neymar out there for a period of time. You have Suarez. You have Messi. And they actually do sometimes suit different tactics. And you've got the energy of Suarez, and Neymar can run in behind, but he can also do some tricks. And Messi being, Messi in his style of play, they're 3 different players as well. And look at all 3 of them. None of them have got to the semi-finals of the World Cup, and they're all 3 of the best players in the world. So it's going to be interesting to see how he adapts to international management, but I think it's a decent appointment. He's a very good footballing brain. He's just going to have to adapt his tactics and his style of management because it's international football, and international football is a big difference to club football. So we'll have to see how he does. He's going to have to make the most of the time he has with his players as well, and I think he will. And he'll expect higher standards than, and maybe get rid of some of that arrogance and overconfidence. So I expect high standards of training and respect for the opposition, which is something the Spanish sides in the last few years haven't had. They haven't respected the opposition and what the opposition can do to them because they won so much. But we'll see how we do with him. I think he's just getting the 2-year deal, and he will get the full 2 years. They won't sack him if he has a wobble. They are going to give him the 2 years to prove himself at international management level. The federation itself is politics, really. And the big clubs are playing politics with the federation, and it is damaging the national side. But there we go. He's got a difficult job ahead of him. It's not going to be easy, but he has got a minimum 2-year deal, and his goal is to get him to the Euro 2020 and to get him further in Euro 2020 than they got in this World Cup. That, I think, is his goal. That's the objective. It's also to bring new players through. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe. Place the comments below, and I'll have some more videos for you soon.